Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Lucille Williams with Christian Talk. So it's actually been a few days since I've posted anything and recorded any videos because, you know what, life's been kind of tough. And sometimes we go through tough seasons and sometimes life's a little easier. Well, right now it's been a little tougher. And I've got so many crazy things going on, like I can't even believe it. I talked to you all before about my husband having knee surgery, and he did, but now his other knee went out, and so it's his right knee, and he's in a lot of pain, so I'm basically his chauffeur. So, I mean, it's not exactly an important job, but you know what? It is an important job because I'm getting him where he needs to go. So I'm driving him to work and wherever he needs to be. And then a couple of my kids are having some trouble. I have one kid in another state, and he's been having some challenges. And then I've got my daughter, who I absolutely love, but she's pregnant and she's at her last few weeks, and she's been having some complications with her pregnancy, so there's a lot of phone calls and mom, this happened and the doctor said this and I have to do this, and it's just been really trying. And so I feel like I'm torn all over the place. I want to be there for everyone in my family, and I want to take off and I want to go visit my son that's in another state, but I can't because my daughter's pregnant. I almost booked a flight and I almost left, and I couldn't do it because I don't know when the baby's coming, and I don't want to take a chance of missing the baby. I mean, that would have been awful if the baby came and I was gone. That I couldn't deal with that. That wouldn't be good. And then sometimes I drive my husband and I can't go see my daughter if she's having a rough day with, the pregnancy, and she's got a little 2-year-old, and I really want to go see her, but I can't, and because I'm driving my husband. So it sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm really not, because that's not my point. My point is sometimes life is hard. Life is not easy. Life is hard, and we need to remember what we need to do to sustain ourselves through times that are more difficult. And right now, this is just a more difficult time for me, and it's okay. But here's the thing. I'm always looking for the silver lining. I'm always looking for, okay, God, what are you trying to teach me through this? What is happening? What do I need to learn? And so as I learn these things, I just want to share them with you. Like, for one thing, we need to take one day at a time. Don't borrow trouble from another day. Just take things one day at a time. Whatever happens, deal with that on a daily basis. Don't try to look to the future and go, oh no, this is happening or that's happening. Just don't do that. Don't do that. Nothing good's going to come from that. So, and the other thing is look for the silver lining. Look for what's good in it. And I talked about driving my husband. And it sounds like that can be really cumbersome and frustrating, but truthfully, I love it. I love spending time with him. I feel like I'm driving the king. And what he does is important. He's a pastor, and getting him where he needs to be is important. And so now I have an important job. It's my job to help him stay up and going until his next surgery. And I mentioned this before, but on the next surgery, I'm going to be recording, and I'm just going to talk about what's happening that day. And if I didn't eat or take a shower or whatever, I'm just going to talk to you just el natural, whatever's happening, and that's what I'm going to do through that next season of the surgery, because we're waiting to have the surgery. We're going to have the surgery after the baby comes, because we're waiting for another grandbaby, because there's no way we're going to take a chance of missing the baby, because our daughter is due. So anyway, back to driving my husband around. So it's an honor. It's an honor to be with him all the time. We get more time together. I enjoy driving with him. It's fun. We get to talk. We get to enjoy being together. And I have a really important job, and that's to help him stay up and going. And even when he's home, sometimes he's in a lot of pain, and it's hard to see someone in pain, but I get to be there with him, and so that's good. So I don't want you to think that these challenges I'm having, that I'm complaining about them. I'm just telling you, sometimes life gets hard, sometimes life's difficult, sometimes it really stinks, but you have to take it one day at a time, and you have to look for the silver lining. You have to say, okay, what's good? And another thing, like, I'm just lucky that I have kids that I want to be around, that enjoy having me visit them, and that they call me and they tell me what's going on. I mean, I have 2 kids and I want to be in 2 places, but I can't. So that's a blessing. That's a good thing. So I don't know what's happening in your life. I don't know if you're in a difficult season, but if you are, try to break it down, take it one day at a time, and look for the silver lining. Look for what's good in it. Look for the things that you can say, this is a really good thing happening. This is what God's teaching me. This is how I'm learning through this. This is how I'm growing. This is the challenge, but I'm growing through it. And that's what I'm trying to do through this difficult season right now, is just grow through it and just say, okay, I just got to take it one day at a time and just say, okay, God, you and me, God, we could do this together, and take it one day at a time, sometimes 1 hour at a time. And that is my message today. So hit like, hit subscribe, and check out my book, From Me to We. I have another book coming out in a few months, and I'm really excited about that. The title of that one is The Intimacy You Crave. So, you know what? I love talking to you guys. Thanks for tuning into my channel. And until next time, be crazy amazing.